Jamar Chase's struggles, I don't think anybody really expected this to be this bad, in my opinion. And, I defended Taylor just in our, last topic. That's one of the first times I've defended Zach Taylor. And now I'm going to go back to the usual and blaming him on stuff. But to me, you look at Jamar Chase against the Washington football team, 3 targets, 3 drops, no excuses. I don't care how good or bad of a receiver you are. If you're an NFL receiver, you should catch at least one ball that you have 2 hands on. He was unable to complete any of those. And then you go to the game this past week against the Miami Dolphins. He has 1 target, perfectly thrown pass by Joe Burrow, and he just, drops it. And to me, that is really concerning. The fact, this is obviously a mental game at this point for Jamar Chase. He knows it's a mental, thing. He cannot get it out of his head. And something else I think is a major, just not really good in my opinion, by Zach Taylor is taking Jamar Chase out of that game. You have to keep him in that game. Just give him 1 catch to end the preseason on a high note. Because the fact that you're done with the preseason with 4 consecutive targets, and every single one of those 4 targets or drop, that's something as we head into the regular season. I'm not one of those people who overreact or underreact when it comes to, preseason football, because I feel like preseason football is nothing more than overreactions. But the fact that Chase's last 4 targets are all drops is very concerning. I feel like Zach Taylor should have kept him in that game to get some more targets, boost his confidence back up that he desperately needs right now. As we head into week 1, next week against the Minnesota Vikings, that to me is probably the most mad I was in the preseason, throughout the whole entire preseason, with Jamar Chase not playing. You have to give him more targets, and you have to just give him some catches to boost his confidence. Now, obviously, he knows he's, not able to, he's dropped, the passes in Washington. He has that in his head, and he's dropped it against Miami. Now, as we head into the regular season against the Vikings, his confidence is at an all-time low. He needs that confidence booster to get some catches against Miami this past week. I really thought it would have been best for the team. I know it's, you're taking a chance of Chase getting hurt in the preseason, which isn't good, but you need him to get targets to really help himself heading into the regular season.
You know what? That's an interesting perspective, because I was just thinking like Coach Taylor was thinking. I was thinking, all right, the starters are in for 3 plays, get them all out of there. But now that you bring that up, I reflect on it. You're right. He's a rookie. He's got young legs. The odds of him getting hurt are pretty slim in that situation. So yeah, you're right. They probably should have stuck him in there for another drive and at least got him a catch, just so he could go into the season on a high note. And by the same token, I guess that was a stubbornness out of Coach Taylor. But on the other side of the coin, I did like the play call. It was like, we're going to have Joe Burrow throw 1 pass, and it's going to be a quick pass, and it's going to be to Jamar Chase from like 7 yards away from him. So, you know what I mean? Like they were trying to do everything they could to give Chase an easy reception and Joe Burrow a pretty risk-free pass. So I do like the play call in that aspect, but you're 100% right. They should have left him in there for a little bit longer. He's not a China doll. It's not like he would have broken. They could have given him one more good reception, and he goes into Minnesota with a whole different level of confidence. So I do agree with you there.
It's really interesting with Chase. Hopefully he gets his groove back together, because, I was slightly concerned with the drops in Washington, but now the fact that we're heading into the regular season with 4 straight drops, and to me, that's starting concerning, because he knows it's in his head. It's a mental thing at this point.